You are not powerless. You are waiting, says the Lord. The feeling of powerlessness has tried to wrap itself around your mind, but it is not telling you the truth. You have mistaken stillness for failure, delay for abandonment, and quietness for absence. Yet I tell you today, you are not standing in a void. You are standing in a hallway between what has been and what will be. You see closed doors. I see a corridor of preparation. You see pause. I see alignment. Your waiting is not empty. Your waiting is not wasted. Your waiting is where I am working most deeply in you. You have said in your heart, if I were stronger, I would have moved this mountain by now. If I were more spiritual, more disciplined, more gifted, I would not be stuck here. But I say to you, this mountain is not waiting on your strength. It is waiting on my timing. I have not asked you to be the source of your own power. I have asked you to root yourself in mine. The pressure you feel to change everything at once is not coming from me. I lead as a shepherd, not as a taskmaster. I do not drive you with shame. I draw you with love. Waiting with me is not the same as being stuck without me. When you wait without me, the mind spirals, fear increases, and hope drains slowly away. When you wait with me, something different begins to happen. Your roots go down even as your branches appear still. Your ears learn to distinguish my whisper from the noise. Your identity detaches from constant activity and begins to anchor in my unchanging affection. You are learning to stand still on the outside while I rebuild you on the inside. This is not weakness. This is deep strength being forged. I know how much you want movement. I see the plans you have made, the timelines you have written in your head, the invisible deadlines you carry. When those timelines fall apart, you assume you have failed me. Hear me clearly. You are not powerful enough to ruin my purposes. I am the one who began the work in you, and I am the one who will complete it. I am not pacing heaven in frustration because you are behind schedule. I know exactly where you are and exactly what I am doing. You look at your life and you count the things that are not yet healed, not yet restored, not yet answered. You count delayed breakthroughs as evidence that your prayers are weak. But your prayers are not measured by speed of outcome. They are measured by the posture of your heart. Every time you come to me in honesty instead of hiding, power is moving. Every time you choose forgiveness when resentment feels justified, power is moving. Every time you lift your eyes to me when you feel as collapsing, power is moving. You are not powerless. You are partnering with unseen power. There are seasons when I answer swiftly, when doors swing open as soon as you knock. There are also seasons when I answer by teaching you to wait. In those seasons, you begin to see that I am more than a dispenser of solutions. I am the very life of your soul. You ask for a changed situation. I am after a transformed you. Waiting becomes the furnace in which trust is purified. Distractions fall away. Motives are refined. You discover whether you loved my gifts more than my presence. I invite you, gently but firmly, to let me become enough before the answer arrives. You have watched others move into new chapters while you remain in the same place, and you have whispered, "What is wrong with me?" I answer you now. You are not defective. You are being deeply formed. Some assignments require only quick training. Others require hidden years. I am not punishing you with slowness. I am entrusting you with depth. When I entrust you with depth, I invest time. I walk with you through long corridors of waiting, because what I am building in you must be able to stand when storms that you cannot yet see begin to rage. Child, remember how many times I have already sustained you. Look back over the landscape of your story. Recall moments when you were certain you would not make it, yet you are still here. Look at the peace that surprised you, the provision that appeared at the last moment, the unexpected encouragement that came through unlikely voices. These were not accidents. They were my fingerprints in your journey. Reminders that even in the waiting, power has been at work on your behalf. You have equated visible progress with real progress, but I tell you there is another kind. There is progress that happens underground, beneath the surface of what others can see. When a seed breaks open in the dark soil, it looks nothing as a flourishing plant. Yet that breaking is the beginning of life rising. You have been in a breaking. Old identities have been cracking. Old defenses have been splitting apart. This breaking is not the end of you. It is the sign that something new is emerging from you. I see the days when you wake up and feel as though nothing inside you has changed, even though you have prayed, listened, and tried to obey. Do not despise slow transformation. You are not a machine receiving an instant update. You are a living heart learning to beat in rhythm with mine. Hearts learn rhythm over time, through repetition, through trust, through both joy and disappointment. I am patient with that process. I am not disappointed with your pace. I am committed to your journey. You say, I have waited, but nothing has shifted. I say, much has shifted that you do not yet recognize. The fact that you are still reaching for me, still knocking, still asking, still turning your face toward me even after long nights, is evidence of my power already working in you. Power is not only in the miracle you can see, it is in the perseverance that refuses to give up. Power is not only in seas parting, it is in the patient steps you take on ordinary days when you trust that I am leading even without dramatic signs. You are not powerless. You are in the place where strategies end and surrender begins. There is a difference between passivity and waiting. Passivity shrugs its shoulders and stops expecting me to move. Waiting, in me, continues to expect, continues to prepare, continues to listen. Passivity clouds the heart. Waiting sharpens it. Passivity says, it will never change. Waiting says, I do not know how or when, but I stay in position because I know who holds the time. Right now, I am training you to carry peace in delay. Many can praise when everything moves forward at their preferred speed. Few learn to walk in steady peace when answers are slow. Yet that is where a different kind of authority is born. When you learn to walk in peace in long corridors, you become a sign to others that they too can survive what they fear. Your story will one day stand in front of someone else's despair and speak silently. You can make it through a waiting room with God. In this very moment, as you listen, I am sitting with you in the room you call delay. I am not far off giving instructions from a distance. I am near, closer than the ache in your chest, closer than the questions in your mind. I catch every quiet sigh. I understand every wordless prayer. I do not need you to phrase your desire perfectly before I respond. I read your heart more clearly than you read your own thoughts. I'm asking you to let go of the lie that says, until the situation changes, nothing matters. Every day in the waiting matters. Every choice to seek me matters. Every small act of obedience matters. Every time you encourage someone else out of your own place of uncertainty, it matters. These are not filler moments between real chapters. These are pages I'm writing carefully. Your significance does not begin when the door opens. Your significance is present here, in the hallway, because I am here with you. You have asked for clarity, for a detailed map, for guarantees about outcomes. There are times when I give you specific direction. There are also times when I give you a lamp for your feet, instead of a spotlight for the horizon. In those times, you learn to trust my character more than your understanding. You learn to move with small yeses instead of grand certainty. You learn that my word is enough to take the next step, even when you cannot see 10 steps ahead. Waiting is not a punishment for you, it is a protection around you. There are doors you wanted to walk through that would have fractured you if I had opened them too soon. There are relationships you wanted me to sustain that would have drained your soul if I had allowed them to continue. There are positions you planned for that would have crushed you with their weight if I had permitted you to enter them before you were ready. I do not withhold to tease you. I withhold to shield you. I am also protecting others through your waiting. There are people I am preparing to meet you, to work with you, to partner with what I am calling you to carry. They too are in process. If I rushed you ahead of them, or them ahead of you, the timing would collide instead of align. I see all these threads at once. You see only one. That is why I ask you to trust my perspective. I am not tinkering randomly with your schedule. I am orchestrating something larger than you can yet imagine. Right here, in the middle of this process, I invite you to respond not out of fear, but out of trust. If the words you are hearing are confirming what I have already been stirring in your spirit, then agree with me in a tangible way. Take a moment to comment, share, and subscribe so that this message does not stop with you, but moves on to other hearts who are also waiting and need to know they are not powerless with me in their delay.